In this video, we're going to explain everything you need to know to take the fairy tale itinerary through France. The most complete video you'll watch today about this trip, combining the magic of Paris with the storybook towns of the Alsace region. So let's get started. France is a country that sparks the imagination, and this itinerary is proof of that. We start in the capital of lights and romance, Paris, and then we take a train east to a region that seems frozen in time, Alsace. It's an area on the border with Germany, famous for its colorful, half-timbered houses, cobblestone streets, and for having the most beautiful Christmas markets in the world. Let's start with the main attractions in each region. In Paris, the romantic attractions are endless. Let's focus on the classics. The Eiffel Tower is number one. You can admire it for free from the Trocadero Gardens, which is the best spot for photos, but the experience of going up is unique. We recommend going all the way to the top. The elevator ticket to the summit costs about 30 euros. You need to buy this ticket online weeks, or even months in advance, as they sell out very quickly. To get there, use the metro, line 6, and get off at the Bir Hakeim station. The Louvre Museum is another mandatory stop. It's the most famous art museum in the world. It's gigantic. It's where masterpieces like the Mona Lisa, the Winged Victory of Samothrace, and the Venus de Milo are kept. The ticket costs 22 euros and must be bought online with a timed entry. Don't try to buy it on the spot. Reserve at least 3 to 4 hours and focus on the main works. For a fairy tale stroll in Paris, nothing beats the Montmartre neighborhood. Take the metro and get off at the Anvers station. From there, you can walk up the hill or take the funicular, which costs one metro ticket. At the top is the Sacré-Cœur Basilica, which is beautiful and free to enter. The view of Paris from up there is spectacular. Afterward, get lost in the neighborhood streets, go to the Place du Tertre, the artist's square, and have dinner at a local bistro. Leaving Paris, we head to Alsace. The capital of the region is Strasbourg. To get there from Paris, the best way is the TGV high-speed train, which takes less than 2 hours. Strasbourg is a big city, but with a magical historic center. The main attraction is the Strasbourg Cathedral. It's a Gothic masterpiece and entry is free. You can climb the tower, which costs 8 euros, but the most magical district is La Petite France. It's an area with canals and colorful half-timbered houses. It looks like you're in a Beauty and the Beast movie. After Strasbourg, you must visit Colmar. In our opinion, it's the most beautiful town in Alsace. It's smaller and even more charming. The main district is Petite Venice, or Little Venice, with its canals, flower-decked bridges, and colorful houses. It's the perfect place for photos. From Strasbourg to Colmar, the regional train takes only 30 minutes. But the real fairy tale is in the villages of the Alsace wine route. To do this, you will need a car. Leaving from Colmar, you'll drive through tiny, perfect villages. Eguisheim was voted the most beautiful village in France. It's built in concentric circles. Ricavere is another walled village that looks untouched since the Middle Ages. And Kaisersberg is another village split by a river that is pure magic. Entry to all these villages is free. You only pay for parking. An important tip that will save you time and money is to buy tickets for attractions and tours in advance. Buying on the spot is always more expensive. And the most famous tourist spots like the Eiffel Tower, the Louvre, and train passes often sell out days before. We'll leave the link on the QR code on the screen and in the description to the site where we always buy tickets and tours for the best price. It's the largest tour site in the world and has practically everything there. Skip the line tickets for the Louvre, timed entry tickets for the Eiffel Tower, the Seine River Cruise in Paris, and high-speed train passes from Paris to Strasbourg, all at the best price, and you can buy in any currency, saving on fees. And they have free tours that are great, like walking tours of Montmartre or Le Marais. And remember that in the link below, we always organize everything you need to plan your entire trip for the best price. The sites we use to plan our trips, and that have everything much cheaper. International travel eSIM, travel insurance at half price, tickets for all the attractions we mentioned, the good and cheap hotels we've stayed at, the car rental comparator, which is essential for Alsace, and the global account to carry euros paying much lower fees. And the links already contain automatic discounts, as we are always updating them. So save this page to your favorites and use it when planning. It will make your trip much easier and save you a lot of money. When is the best time to visit France for this itinerary? You have two choices here. The classic times are spring, from April to June, and fall, in September and October. The temperatures are mild, the gardens are in bloom, and the Alsace vineyards are beautiful in the fall. But if your focus is fairy tale, you have to consider Christmas. Alsace, and especially Strasbourg and Colmar, have the most famous and magical Christmas markets in the world. They usually start in late November and run until Christmas. The city is completely decorated. It's surreal. The winter is cold, but the magic makes up for it. And how many days to stay in France for this itinerary? This is a trip that combines two distinct regions. To do it calmly, we recommend at least 10 days. Divide it like this: 5 full days in Paris and 5 full days in Alsace. This gives you time for 2 days in Strasbourg, 1 day in Colmar, and 2 days exploring the wine route by car. Anything less will be very rushed. Staying in a good area will make your trip much easier. The strategy here is to have two base cities. In Paris, accommodation is expensive. The best areas for a romantic trip are Le Marais, in the 3rd and 4th districts, which is central, charming, and full of life, or Saint-Germain-des-Prés, in the 6th district, which is classic and chic. In Alsace, the best strategy is to either split your stay or pick one base. You can stay in Strasbourg to see the city and then move to Colmar, which is the best base for exploring the wine route villages. Colmar is more central for the wine route, but Strasbourg is where the train from Paris arrives. We created this custom map, which explains exactly which is the best region in each of these cities. If you stay in this marked area, you can't go wrong. We'll leave the link to this map here on the QR code on the screen. And in the video description, we created it on the hotel site we always use, as it always has the best prices. There, you can put in your travel dates and see all the hotel options within that location, at the lowest prices. We'll also leave links to the hotels where we've stayed. In every destination, we always recommend one that is very cheap and super well located, and another that's a bit nicer, in the same location, but a little more expensive. They are great options. An important tip to save on lodging is the advanced booking strategy. The earlier you book your hotel, the less you will pay. This is why we love using this website. Besides having the lowest prices, it has free cancellation for almost all hotels. You can book as early as possible to guarantee a much lower price, and if you need to cancel later, it's super easy and costs nothing. Now let's talk about transportation. How to get around France on this itinerary. You will use two main modes of transport, high-speed train and a rental car. The best logistic is arrive in Europe at a Paris airport. In Paris, you will not rent a car. You will use the metro. Use the weekly Navigo Découverte Pass, which costs 30 euros plus 5 for the card, and gives you unlimited travel, including to the airports. After enjoying Paris, you will take the TGV high-speed train from Gare de l'Est station in Paris, direct to Strasbourg. The journey takes about 1 hour and 45 minutes and is super comfortable. The ticket starts at 30 euros if bought in advance. When you arrive in Strasbourg, you can spend your days there without a car, exploring the city on foot. Then, take a regional train to Colmar, which takes 30 minutes. In Colmar, then you will rent a car for 2 or 3 days. You need a car to drive the wine route and visit the villages of Eguisheim and Ricquevier. It's impossible to do this by public transport. At the end of your trip, you can return the car in Colmar or Strasbourg and take a TGV train back to Paris, directly to the Charles de Gaulle airport, to catch your flight home. For those renting, the most important tip is to book in advance online using a price comparator. It's always much cheaper. We'll leave the link to the comparator we use in the description. Mandatory documentation for travelers. To enter France, which is part of the European Schengen area, you need two things. First, your valid passport, and second, travel insurance. Unlike the United States, travel insurance in Europe is mandatory under the Schengen Treaty, with a minimum coverage of 30,000 euros. They can ask for proof of your insurance at immigration. We never travel without it. And in the link in the description, there's the comparator we use that always finds the insurance at half the price. And be aware, soon, an electronic travel authorization called ETIAS will also be mandatory. So check on that before you travel. Let's talk shopping. In Paris, Galerie Lafayette on Boulevard Haussmann is an attraction. Go up to the free rooftop. The view is beautiful. For cool boutiques, Le Marais is the place. The outlet La Vallée Village, near Disneyland, is the best option for discounts. In Alsace, the shopping is completely different. If you go at Christmas, you'll buy artisanal Christmas ornaments and local foods. All year round, the region is famous for its white wines, especially Riesling and Gewürztraminer. You can buy directly from the wineries on the wine route, and the tax-free tip applies to the whole country. Ask for the day tax form on purchases over 100 euros and 1 cent in the same store, validate it at the kiosks at the Paris airport before checking your bags. And for those who are new here to the channel, welcome. Our mission is to help you travel more and better around the world. If you're enjoying it, subscribe to the channel and like the video. It helps us a lot. Speaking of gastronomy, in Paris, focus on bistro classics, French onion soup, steak frite, croissants, and macarons. For a classic, cheap experience, go to Bouillon Chartier. For a mid-range meal, a classic is Le Relais de l'Entrecôte with its steak and secret sauce. And for a quick, famous bite, go to La du Falafel in Alsace. The food changes completely. It has a very strong German influence. The most famous dish is Choucroute garni. It's fermented cabbage cooked in white wine, served with potatoes and various sausages and pork. It's delicious and very hearty. Another must-try dish is tarte flambée, or Flammkuchen. It's like a thin-crust pizza with a cream base, onions, and bacon. For a typical restaurant in Strasbourg, Look for Maison des Tanneurs. In Colmar, Vista Brenner is a great choice. And how much does it cost to eat in France? Prices are similar in both regions, maybe a little cheaper in Alsace. A Big Mac combo costs about 12 euros. The golden tip in any restaurant is to ask for a carafe d'eau, which is free tap water. A beer or a glass of local wine costs about 5 euros. A tarte flambée in Alsace costs about 12 euros. A menu du jour for lunch is about 20 euros. And the tip. Service is included in the bill. It's not mandatory. It's kind to leave 1 or 2 euros in coins if you received excellent service. What about nightlife? It's very different in each region. In Paris, it's lively. Wine bars in Le Marais or Bastille. Cabaret shows like the Moulin Rouge, which costs over 100 euros. In Alsace, the nightlife is very quiet, almost non-existent. The evening activity is to have a long, delicious dinner at a restaurant with good regional wine, and then walk through the quiet, beautifully lit streets of the villages. Traveling with kids? This itinerary is magical for children. Paris has Disneyland Paris, which is a full-day trip they'll love. Take the RERA train. The gardens, like the Luxembourg Gardens, have playgrounds and carousels. And Alsace? They will feel like they are in a Disney movie. The villages of Colmar and Riquewihr look like toy towns. At Christmas time, it's even more special for them. Combining your trip, from Alsace, you are on the border with Germany. From Strasbourg, you can take a train and be in the Black Forest region in an hour. Or, from Paris, you can take the Eurostar train and be in London in 2 hours and 15 minutes. If you liked the video, like and subscribe to our channel to always travel more and better around the world. Thank you very much and have a great trip.